guys, HTV here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we've got some pretty interesting things to go over. Riddlerku has posted some more hints towards Generation 10 and also an update about Pokemon Legends ZA. So there's a lot of things to break down and get into. So if you're excited for the video, make sure to drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes, it really helps out. Leave a comment with your thoughts on anything we cover in today's video. Subscribe if you're brand new, ring the notification bell. With all of that out of the way, let's get into the video and I really hope that you enjoy. So starting things off, Riddlerku posted this earlier today saying, well, Ikaku art style, so obviously the art style of Pokemon Legends ZA, looks similar to Titan, which is the code name of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. So this is quite an interesting thing because I was assuming that they were going to use the same art style that they used for Pokemon Legends Arceus for Pokemon Legends ZA, but it actually looks like they're going to be using the art style for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet for Pokemon Legends ZA instead, which I don't really know how to feel. I really just kind of wanted them to keep the same formula of Pokemon Legends Arceus and just apply it to Pokemon Legends ZA. Like, we know the shiny sound and the shiny sparkle is returning, but obviously the art style is changing quite a bit. So yeah, I don't really know how to feel about it. I really enjoyed the art style of Legends Arceus. It really gave that kind of, I don't know, like ancient kind of vibe to it. The Pokemon looks really good. Not that the art style doesn't look good in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I actually think it looks very good. Like, we have some comparisons here as well with like images. Like, the art style is good in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. But at the same time, I just feel like it would have looked a tiny little bit better just using the Pokemon Legends Arceus art style. I don't know why they've changed it. But either way, that's kind of like a little update about how the actual art style is going to look. So obviously Riddlerku has, I guess, seen some sort of gameplay or seen some images about Pokemon Legends EA. Not that they, I guess, have any kind of, I guess, relation to the leak or anything. Maybe it's just their sources kind of dropped some information for them. But either way, yeah, the art style for Pokemon Legends EA is looking similar to Pokemon Scarlet and Violet instead of Pokemon Legends Arceus. So let me know your thoughts on that. Moving on, I'm going to be covering all of the recent kind of tweets he's been posting about Generation 10. He posted this all on like the 11th, 12th of October. I had already recorded a video on this, but then we got all of the huge mega leaks coming out about Generation 10, about Pokemon Legends EA, so I kind of had to re-record it because a lot of the stuff I said in that video is just kind of pointless now because we now know more information about Generation 10 and stuff. So this is me re-recording that video. But either way, we did have him reply to this. So Pokemon TCG Pocket posted saying, I too understand the struggle, which obviously is just the kind of pre-registration Pokemon Pocket, which obviously is coming out on the 30th of October, so only a few days away now. Well, I say a few, it's like 13 days. But either way, we did have Riddlerku kind of posting soon under this. So I don't know if this is in relation to like a presents or some sort of like big kind of Pokemon news drop or something. Like this has no relevance to Pokemon Legends ZA in my opinion. Like, Pokemon Pocket has nothing to do with the new game coming out. So the only thing that I would think is that potentially there's going to be some sort of Pokemon Presents, because then they would obviously drop the Pocket stuff. Because I don't think they would just say soon in regards to the games coming out soon. Like, I don't know why they would randomly put that, because it's not even like Pokemon TCG Pocket I too understand the struggle. They didn't put soon in that. Like, if they put soon in that, then he'd obviously just be like taking the piss. But I don't know, I just feel like there's a reason that he put that, and I don't know, maybe I'm just thinking too much into it, but potentially maybe some sort of Pokemon Presents, even though leakers came out and said that they haven't seen anything about a Pokemon Present. So yeah, I don't know. It's just interesting that he posted that. Anyway, wanted to just quickly include that. But let's move on to the Generation 10 stuff. So he posted this on the 11th of October saying, where do you want the 30th project to be based on? So obviously 30th project, 30th anniversary is Generation 10. He then goes on to say East or the West. Now, originally, when he posted like the kind of praying symbol, we were all assuming that was something regarding like maybe India or Italy or something like that. Now, with all of the Generation 10 stuff that we got from the leaker, the source code name and stuff being Gaia and stuff like that, a lot of people do believe it's going to be based around Greece. We know it's an archipelago of islands, obviously is what Greece has and stuff like that. And so now, you know, saying East or West, which again, multiple places, which could be very good from both East or West for a 10th generation region, but it looks like it's going to be Greece. Again, that's not confirmed at all. That is just something that people think based on the knowledge that we do actually have about Generation 10, which is very minute. We don't really have a lot of information, just that it's an archipelago of islands, and as well as that, it's got like that K and the N thing or whatever. He then went on to say, and do you think they will tease it on 2/27, so 27th of February next year being Pokemon Day, you know it's popular these years to spoil big ones in advance. So that's also very interesting. I don't know why he would come out and say that if there wasn't like talks about them potentially revealing it. So obviously we're getting Legends EA next year, which is gonna be in the Pokemon Presents. We know that for a fact because Legends EA is not gonna be coming out before February next year. There's just no way. So it's gonna have to be in the Pokemon Day Presents. But would they then also drop Generation 10's announcement in that Presents as well? Would it hurt the Legends EA sales? I don't think it would, especially if Generation 10's not coming out until 2026, because that means we have the whole of 2025 of Pokemon Legends EA, and then 2026 rolls around, and that's when we have Generation 10. But the fact that he's saying here, you know, it's popular these years to spoil big ones in advance, he could be referencing the fact that Generation 10 could be revealed in literally like 4 months. Like, we're in October right now, November, December, January, February. We could be 4 months away from seeing Generation 10. And the fact that the leaker has the source code, so they obviously have a lot of information about it, so they're clearly quite, not close to finishing the game, but they would have a lot of stuff to be able to show. Maybe we are very, very close to the reveal. Like, I was expecting the reveal to be 2026's Pokemon Presents in February, but now I'm kind of more inclined to believe we might actually get it next February, which is a few months away. We have Steelix saying, I mean, they've announced new gens that far in advance before. I wouldn't think it'd be a full reveal, more like a, hey, we're working on Generation 10 kind of announcement. And we have Riddler-Ku replying, saying something like the next Pokemon generation on NS2 available in 2026, which again is all it has to be. I don't think, like when I say an announcement, I don't think they're going to drop like the starters and gameplay and stuff. I think they would do like a bit of a snippet or a little bit of a hint, just to keep people guessing, but to show that yes, this is the 10th generation and it is coming 2026. Because that'd just be the maddest Pokemon Presents. Like Legends EA stuff, which obviously everyone's excited for, and then they just finish it off with Generation 10. It'd be mind-blowing. It'd be so sick. And it's like legitimately potentially going to happen now. And then exactly, if I remember correctly, they did something similar with Generation 8, where they said the next Pokemon game they were working on was a new generation for the Switch. Something like that would be cool. And then we have Riddler-Ku saying Diamond and Pearl was announced undergoing in 2004. They were without titles at the time, and the DS after the DS was out. So they have announced these big projects like couple years in advance, and obviously they've done it with Legends EA as well. Now we know Legends EA was supposed to come out in 2024. It has been delayed to 2025, but yeah, I still think there's a good possibility that we do get the announcement of this in the next Pokemon Presents. We also have a reply here, Canon saying, you know, why not both to, you know, the project being East or West. And Riddler-Ku saying it's been decided now and not both without the corresponding DLC knowledge. So he's saying it's been decided whether it's in the East or the West. Again, we expect it to be Greece. And then he's saying, you know, without the corresponding DLC knowledge. So that's kind of in regards to, like we got with Paldea, where obviously that was set in, you know, the peninsula, Portugal, Spain, but then we were able to go to Kitakami, which is in Japan. We were then able to go to Unova, which was in America. So he's saying without the DLC knowledge, it's going to be set in this place. But with those DLCs, we could go elsewhere, because obviously Kanan then goes on to say, so are you saying once we get the DLC in the 30th Anniversaries project, we'll be able to go to other places in the world similar to how Scarlet and Violet handled its DLC? And he's saying, why not? He's not saying, you know, that is something that's going to happen. He's just saying, you know, why can't that happen again? And he's right. Like, we could go anywhere now with DLC. Like, they're sending us all over the place. So that's that. Moving on, we also had this as well. You know, again, I think this is a little bit of a joke one, but we had Queenie's here saying, or is it north or south? Obviously in reply to the east or west, and he's saying, how about out of the earth? So again, that's, I think, just a little bit of a joke. I don't think that means that Ultra Beasts and space and all that jazz is going to get involved in Generation 10. It could do, but I don't think that's him like saying that there. Next up, we do also have some Legends EA kind of tidbits as well. So obviously we know about the art style now, but then we also had that Trainer D saying, you know, any more Legends EA information, and he's saying soon, you know, in so many ways, just keep following. So a lot of people then started thinking, is he talking about the Terror Leak here? But I don't think he was. I think because he's obviously come out and said that, you know, there's worrying things happening about the Terror Leak. And here he's kind of like doing, you know, a little kissy face, kind of like joking about it. But he's saying soon in so many ways, we're going to get Legends EA info. He's been saying soon for a while now, like the last couple of weeks. And so soon, do you mean by official news soon? More news from you soon, or both? And he's saying, you know, like, beyond your imagination, which is what the leak was. it was beyond our imagination. It still is beyond our imagination. It's still getting leaked and stuff like that. But at the same time, I don't think he's referencing the leak here. So if he's not referencing the leak, then what is this news that's happening soon that's beyond our imagination? Like, I think we're going to get, hopefully, a big trailer soon. Like, again, this is I'm recording this before any kind of trailer has dropped, but he is saying, you know, it is going to be happening soon, and hopefully that is relatively soon. But either way, that's just some Legends EA stuff there. Moving on, we also have this as well, which is also another reason as to why I think that the Generation 10 announcement could be next February. So we have that Trainer D once again saying, yep, you were definitely talking about Generation 10 the other day. I want it to be based in Australia or Scandinavia region, not gonna lie, with hopefully a new evolution. We then have Riddler saying the 30th project just started so much earlier than we expected. So he was probably expecting the 30th project to start, you know, 2020. Not that it started development, obviously it's had development for a while now, hence why the leak has information on it and stuff. He's probably talking about like the promotional cycle for it and stuff. You know, it just started so much earlier than expected, because the promotional cycle you'd expect to start in 2026 when the game comes out. But he's now saying, you know, it's just started so much earlier than we expected, which again is another kind of bit of fuel to the fire in this announcement next February. And then Goya, I'm hoping it's good. I know you said that we're already getting ready for the 30th anniversary before. I'm hoping for some ZA stuff soon though. And he's saying looking forward to it, not Ikaku. And again, that's him saying he's looking forward to Generation 10. He's not looking forward to Legends EA. But that's just one person's opinion about it. The other leaker said that they played through Legends EA and they had a really good time. You know, there was lag, there was a few bugs and stuff, but they are playing like an early build of the game, so I'm hoping that's why they're so buggy and stuff. But we've had one person say they had a really good time playing it, and then we've obviously had Riddler here saying he's not looking forward to it. So at the end of the day, it's just opinions. You know, you might play it, you might not like it. I might play it, I might really like it. It's just everyone's entitled to their own opinion, and it only creates so many shockwaves now, is because these are some of the only people that know what it's like. That's why their opinion is obviously so massive, because if someone's played it and they're like, oh, it's not that good, everyone's gonna be like, oh, it's not that good. But obviously if it comes out and one person plays it and like, oh, it's not that good, it doesn't matter, because 1,000 other people could play it and they'll be like, oh, it was great. So that's why their opinions are so like shocking right now. But we have him saying that, and then as well as that, he's saying, where am I? So yeah, China or Russia, you know, and then he's here saying, you know, Japan, America, France, America, UK, Spain, and so he's just kind of referencing the other generations there, because obviously Japan was Kanto, Japan was Johto, Japan was Hoenn, Japan was Sinnoh, America was Unova, France with Kalos, America was Alola, UK was Galar, Spain was Paldea, and now he's saying and. So that's obviously that. Again, just a little bit of a joke there. And then finishing things off, he also says this as well, which I don't know if this is him actually leaking stuff or it's a massive coincidence, but he's saying your ZA game is coming, and he posted this on the 16th of May, and this was an image of Zeraora, Zygarde, and Emolga. Now, of course, with the leaks that have come out, it looks like we're going to be getting Mega Zygarde and Mega Zeraora. So he then replied to this on the 14th of October with a laughing face, and then Blaze Incineroar saying, was this an unintentional hint? And he said, when Riddler did riddles, they leaked, and when Riddler did memes, they leaked too. So I don't think this is him saying, you know, I don't think this is him leaking this. I think it is just a massive coincidence, because it's saying, you know, when Riddler did memes, they also leaked. So he's saying here, when I do riddles, they get leaked. When I do memes, they get leaked as well. So I don't think, because a lot of people have been like, well, that means we're getting a Mega Emolga then, because obviously we've got Zeraora, Zygarde, which have both been confirmed to be in the idea of getting Mega Evolutions, and obviously Emolga appears here as well. So people are like, oh my god, we're going to get a Mega Emolga as well. I don't think that's what it means. I think it is literally just a meme. He just got lucky. I think he just got lucky with the fact that he obviously posted this image, because I don't think we're going to get a Mega Emolga. I mean, we could, but I don't think it's in regards to this. But either way, that's going to be everything for today's video. Like I said, a lot of stuff to kind of go over today. A lot of new hints, rumors, yada, yada, yada. Let me know your thoughts on everything that we have covered today. What are your thoughts about Legends ZA having the same art style as Scarlet and Violet? Do you think it will work, or do you think they should have gone with Legends Arceus' art style? And then also all the Generation 10 stuff as well. What are your thoughts about it all? Again, I still think it's probably going to be Greece. I think that's where the majority of people expect it to be taking place. But It could be anywhere, really. We don't really know, obviously. We're just kind of going off the code name and etc. But either way, let me know your thoughts and all that. Leave a like if you enjoyed us trying at 500. Like I say, leave a comment. Subscribe if you're brand new. Ring the notification bell for daily Pokemon content. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And until next time, peace.